Hello and welcome to another Phoenix Partners trading update. I'm Richard DeMeo. As ever, we're going to try and capture the main stories happening across the financial markets, specifically the currency markets. So we are fresh from the budget, Philip Hammond's first budget statement. It was relatively underwhelming. I suppose the tone that he described was pro-business. I would say markets weren't overly impressed. It was a definite but measured move in the pound. It gained somewhat, but I think that the markets and the world knows that actually the biggest story hanging over the UK at the moment is Brexit, and really we couldn't get too much away from that to focus solely on budget. Interestingly, while Philip Hammond was speaking, we had strong data from the US, very strong data in the form of the ADP employment numbers, and actually that created probably the biggest move of the afternoon, and that really tells us that the markets at the moment are focused on US interest rates. That nudges us towards next week when we have the Fed interest rate decision, and markets now, there's more than 80% chance priced in of an interest rate hike from the Fed in the US. That forms just one small part of what is going to be a hugely significant day in financial markets, specifically currency markets on Wednesday. We currently have our triggering of Article 50 is penciled in for that day as well, which is the 15th, Wednesday the 15th. As I mentioned, the Fed interest rate decision. We have the Dutch elections, which are inevitably going to have an impact on the euro that day. We have UK unemployment and US inflation. So an unbelievably important day in the markets, and the one guarantee is going to be volatility. Right now, taking a glance at current levels, sterling US dollar is very close. It's within 1.5% of 35-year lows. So inevitably, setting aside any predictive abilities around what's going to happen next week, these are very, very attractive levels for our exporters. Sterling euro is caught a little bit mid-range, around 115. Not overly exciting for euro sellers, and certainly not exciting for euro buyers who recently were spoiled by the likes of kind of 119 and 120 levels. In general though, as we approach this hugely volatile period, our suggestions to all our clients is just don't do nothing. Take a look at your requirements, form a view on what you may need, and build some conscious strategy around it. But certainly with this kind of volatility, risks and opportunities are coming in equal measure. On that positive note, thanks for joining.